Drifting in Need for Speed Unbound is so good now. And of course, we built this Lamborghini Huracan previously, and it is by far probably, most definitely, my favorite car of the lot so far. But I wanted to check something out completely different. Cursed drift cars. For example, this, the electric Porsche Taycan, which is very cursed in the way that it slides. Actually, I've noticed that it properly power slides to no end. Probably a little bit more than most all-wheel drive cars. It can just hold this weird perpetual slide, probably because of the torque of the electric motors and how it functions. That's kind of my idea here. I want to take vehicles that you wouldn't normally slide, but also electric cars, or maybe partly electric cars, and see what weird, wacky, wonderful cars we can come up with. I think I'm being followed. For example, what about a pissing Bugatti drift car? Normally all-wheel drive. This is, well, I guess all drift cars are technically all-wheel drive a little bit in this game. I was kind of curious how a damn Bugatti would slide with the ridiculous amount of power that it does and the crazy all-wheel drive bias that it should have. Why is it really good? Okay, hear me out. So it seems to have the most power sliding I have ever seen on a car in this game. Also, if you wanted to have daily challenge, highly recommend just use a damn drift car because it's so easy to get burst off. This is wild. This is actually wild. It's majorly cursed, and it will probably, well, it costs you what, 3-4 million to actually build this damn thing. But what the people that want Hot Pursuit again, you're welcome. Here it is. I don't understand. I can't comprehend. This might be better than the Huracan. I had to revoke the title of the video I just did. I completely forgot that I had this smoke on it as well. Why does it feel like it's just, nope, just kind of rotating on a dime? I don't know how else to describe it. I've never seen anything like it. I was saying the 350 really just on the spot kind of twitches, but this is a weird combination of maybe the Huracan and the 350 at the same time. I've done like nothing else. What? So there you are, folks. Bugatti is one of the best drag cars in the game, but also one of the best drift cars in the game. Yep. I definitely think there's much of a bias towards all-wheel drive cars, just especially when you go to the higher end tiers, just being absolutely insane on this game. I am really not used to drifting with the effects on. It's just all over the damn place. I can't see a damn thing. What the? So, my friends, if you're looking for your next drift car, I've just built it in my video titled Most Cursed Drift Cars. You are so welcome. What the frick? Okay, maybe something a little bit more cursed. So something I was really hoping would work is this. This is my Golf that I built to be top of S-Class for a while, and I don't really use it anymore, and it would be really cool to convert it to a drift car. But I found out there's no drift tires for front-wheel drive cars, at least the ones I've tried thus far. I've only tried 2 Golfs. I'm actually going to verify that now, but no Drift Pro tires for the Golf, and I find that really disappointing. But at the same time, that kind of gives us confirmation that there's definitely a difference between rear wheel and all-wheel in the game as go. Clearly, they just couldn't get it to work. It's not a full drivetrain conversion. They wouldn't just block it for no reason whatsoever, right? So that tells me in the future Criterion, we're going to need some drivetrain swaps. And fun fact, of the 90 cars that I own, literally only 2 of them are front-wheel drive. And both of them are actually Golfs. Just different generations of such. What other front-wheel drive car can we try? For confirmation's sake, I'm going to spend 30 grand on this RSX. Are you limited to front-wheel drive? Yes, you are. We can't convert you. All right, that's good to know. I actually didn't even know that. I just assumed it worked on everything, but apparently not. But it does work on a Bugatti. Next up is this, the world's fattest Mini Cooper. Now, I was kind of confused. I thought this was also going to be front-wheel drive, but I guess it's all-wheel drive because it's so big and mighty. It's not a Mini. But anyway, I thought I would give it a go just to see, and hey presto, it's all-wheel drive. And it slides pretty damn well. It's not fully upgraded, but it does seem like it actually pulls in forwards. And that's another thing I kind of want to test out in this video. are all the cars actually the same? A lot of people, you know, have their preferences, but are there actually any actual differences between how the cars handle? And to be honest, it does kind of feel like a yes. Maybe it's just weight that actually contributes towards it, maybe nothing else. It could be wheelbase. We don't know what currently is used to calculate these things. Once the Unite team start picking away at it, we might know a little bit more. But I definitely feel a want to go to all-wheel drive cars most of the time, unless big V8 in the front, rear-wheel drive. That's still definitely my bias right now. This is pretty cursed. Mini Countryman, mini Biggin, massive piece of shit. Sorry, got a bit carried away there. Just like this Biggin did eating. It's so massive, I can't see. Okay, what we've done is we have swapped in the 5.1 litre V8 hybrid, bringing us to 1,489 horsepower. And then all I needed to do is swap the damn tires. That's right, we have got a drift truck. A bloody F-150 Raptor drift truck. But a Volkswagen Golf is too far. But there is one thing I do want to change on the car first. Maybe two things. I want to get rid of these off-road wheels. Put on some normal tires. Looks like a drift car. Oh dear. I can't change the size of the... You know what? It looks cursed enough. Maybe that was the intent. Oh, no. We gotta go for these 1552s and find a nice community wrap. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Come on, baby, America! We need an eagle horn or something. Hell yeah, brother. Now, let's see how this thing performs. I can't see the little Lamborghini in front of me. Doesn't matter. I completely forgot collisions were off. Right, listen, if I can beat you guys in this thing, I don't want to hear anything from you ever again. We've got a LaFerrari and a Huracan. If I win this, I am the greatest drifter to have ever lived. So, initial impressions. It's heavy, it's big. It definitely has that little extra bit that you can get from an all-wheel drive vehicle, which is why I recommend the Huracan. One of the reasons I recommend the Huracan. Mate, one of them left! He's scared of the big F-150! So this smoke effect that I've got completely just removes smoke and replaces it with flames. It's beautiful. I do kind of feel like we're drifting in slow motion a little bit. I feel like even though we've got 1,500 horsepower, to be honest, it's not doing too shabby. It feels like I have more time to think, more time to process what's going on with this car. However, maybe a little bit of a weight loss would be helpful to actually being able to drift for a little bit longer. I don't know. Maybe we don't. I'm not hearing enough eagles. Go do it! You also may have a little bit less room to do the mungeeing and stuff before you hit the pissing wall. Fully by design. Oh, he spinned it. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. I'm so happy they used this road. It just makes so much sense. This is like one of the perfect locations for doing cheeky slides in Need for Speed Unbound, and it has since the beginning, even with the original handling model. If anything, going down here made it seem like maybe you could actually do a little bit of a slide. Now you definitely can. But genuinely, now that we have actually got proper drifting like this, I would love to be able to make the wheels a little bit smaller on this thing, slam it to the ground, like properly slam it to the ground, and make it a drift vehicle. Like single cab drift trucks are so freaking sick. Where's the Sunny truck? Sunny truck with a Skyline front end conversion would be absolutely perfect right now. I can just think of so many more cars. It's so inspiring to have this drift mode now here in the game. And the more I play it, the more I genuinely love it. It still shocks me. I can't believe that Criterion, a small team, has built these updates, has put this much work in. And realistically, you know, most of it would have been in the last 3 months, because they obviously had to, you know, work on the previous update, which added the whole speedless system. We completely forget that speedless just didn't exist beforehand. It was clearly the base for their current formula of just making things work. Now, obviously, there's a mention of the lack of single-player support, and I really do agree with that. I definitely think it's just overall a little bit weird that they didn't actually provide even just the drift tires offline. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. Like, why would you not? Even if they could just use it in the old drift events, so there's not, the new drift events don't come across. That would have been so much kinder. It's evil to not provide it to them. Surely they can do it. And, you know, if they can't, Unite's gonna do it. So at least some people will get to experience that. That is the one interesting point I have to think about, is that, of course, since the new drifting is here and there's a few bugs and issues people are having, for example, the UI in the PC version, some people are having their UI disappear. Don't worry. I have a lot of people have been reporting it's Criterion, including myself. I look at the feedback and of course I pass that on. How much time are they going to be able to dedicate to fixing a lot of the issues, especially the smaller issues, than actually, you know, moving on to the next part of the update, the next update, which is 3 months away as well? It's kind of going to be a difficult balancing act, I think. We'll see how they get on. I think there's a lot of small bugs that definitely they could just leave for now, or maybe make small changes to. For example, at the launch of drag races, cars are kind of inching forward a little bit. To be honest, unless people end up halfway down the track, I really don't think it matters a whole bunch. If people want to go that anal with something, do it. I think that's like a small issue by comparison to, you know, people's UI completely not working. I don't know what it is, but for some reason the chaining in this car is really fucking easy. I am so insanely impressed with this car. I think with a nice focus run, this could be among the top drift cars. There's no question about that at all. I can clearly drift anything. Give me my goddamn money. I'm so sorry. Listen, as soon as I found out that this could be possible, absolutely, I've got to get this done. It actually increases the top speed of my Regera, which is quite interesting. But let's put on the Drift Pro tires on the Regera. Now, this car, I'm sure is going to be a nightmare. It has no gears. Well, it has one gear. And ultimately, it's just rot. It's cursed. It's kind of the point of the video. So let's give it a go. Right. Regera time, folks. So it makes it very, very wavy, but it still feels like just an absolute bullet through the damn road. What is going on? Like, so it's kind of stuck around 4,000, 5,000 RPM. It's kind of become like an automatic diesel where they just go, and they just... Here we go. First section. Let's get this slide, baby. This is weird. This is weird. This is weirdly... absolutely incredible. This is before even trying the Regera swap on, like, I don't know, everything that you can, like muscle cars or anything. This is absolutely insane. The speed of it still. We're gonna do the quickest, like... I don't know how to take this in other than if you want, like, if speed is calculated in the slide, this is actually amazing. It's pretty cursed. But I might have to buy another one to do some testing because, you know, I do like to use my Regera for races. Not that I'll be doing races anytime soon because I'm kind of obsessed with doing the drifting. Anywho, let me know, what was the most cursed one I tried? You got any more? Check out these.